What's up guys, Philip here, and I am back in the garage to bring you guys a short video because I recently scored a pair of Pepin adjustable dumbbell handles with the screws and quite a bit of weight for them on Facebook Marketplace. Super stoked to have them in the gym because I have had one of their main competitors, the Baadass Dumbbells, for quite a while now, and I've put the Baadass Dumbbells through their paces many times. I've loaded up to 180 pounds for a row, and I have loaded up to 135s for a press on the Baadass Dumbbells. So figured it would be a really cool thing to get the Pepins in here and see how they compare. So I jumped on that. Now, I'm not going to talk about the performance of each one of them too much in this video. That will be a later video. I just wanted to compare and contrast kind of the fit and finish of each as I got a chance to look at the Pepins a little bit more today, and I am very impressed. So with these two dumbbells, first of all, they're both made in Canada and they are both a spin lock style. They function essentially the same. They are a handle that is hollow and threaded, and they have these screws that you put the weight plates on the end, you put the screw through the weight plate, and you screw the screw into the handle, and they essentially are a pro style type dumbbell once you do so. So if they function the same, it's really going to come down to, I guess, you know, how they function with heavier weights, how fast they are to adjust, and just how nice they are to use in general. So let's start with the handles for each. Now this is the Pepin handle, this is the Baadass handle, and this is the Pro Series, as they call it, of the Pepin handle. They also have an HD handle that is a little bit shorter. It can be loaded pretty heavy, but we'll talk about that in a second. Now with these handles, I don't know what is on this Baadass handle. It is not really specified on their website. It looks like there's something maybe like a bright zinc type coating on it, but I can't confirm that. Now with this one, I believe this is nickel plated, as Pepin offers a nickel plating on these, and I believe a black Cerakote as well. I really like seeing that black Cerakote because I love Cerakote on my gym equipment, but I digress. So with that being said, overall the Pepin finish looks much better. It looks smoother, cleaner. The welds are much better. If you can see on the Pepins towards the top, you don't really see those welds there on there. The Baadass, well, they're pretty apparent. Quite a bit of welding on there. So Pepins definitely prettier, definitely win the beauty contest between the two. Now what about the knurling for each handle? That is very important on a dumbbell and any kind of barbell dumbbell type of equipment in your home gym. So with the Pepin, it is a volcano style knurling. It looks pretty smooth in it. I don't see that many inconsistencies, and it looks very nice for a machined knurled dumbbell handle. So really like that. Now this Baadass dumbbell, it looks like it also has a volcano style knurling, but it's pretty inconsistent. The tops are chopped off way more in certain areas than other areas. So the consistency is not there like the Pepin handle. But one thing I do like about the Baadass handle is it actually has a centering line down the middle so that you can keep your hand balanced. So I do really like that. Now each handle has like a little rubber type deal at the end to stick and adhere to plates. So that is cool. So overall handle, I'm gonna definitely have to give it to Pepin. It looks cooler. It has a nicer finish on it. It has a more smooth, consistent knurl. And also it is a little bit shorter. I didn't mention this Baadass handle is about 7 inches in total length from end to end, with about 5.5 inches of handle, whereas this Pepin handle is about 6.1 inches of handle with about 6.6 inches end to end. So the Pepin is actually slightly shorter, and the HD series, again, this is the Pro series, the HD series of Pepin handle is actually 5.9 inches as opposed to this 6.6 inches. And it also can load up to almost 200 pounds per dumbbell, or roundabout. So super cool, because that was when I was originally trying to decide between these two. I ended up going with Baadass. But when I was trying to decide between the two, the Pepins were only really loadable up to about 120 pounds a dumbbell, which wasn't quite enough for me at the time. So that is really cool. The fact that they now have a handle that loads up to as heavy as 99.9% of people will ever need, and it is shorter, that is a game changer, because the shorter this handle is, while you can still fit your hand in it, the more balanced the dumbbell will be. And that's one of the main downsides that I've highlighted in my reviews of these Baadass dumbbells when I've done them in the past, especially with the old handle that I've highlighted, is it's a little bit long, definitely longer than a normal pro style handle. And so yes, it feels like a pro style dumbbell, but it kind of doesn't, especially when you get heavier with the weights. When you are rowing above 150, when you're pressing 130s, you can feel it teetering in your hand, which is it's not the best feeling in the world when you are trying to press heavy weight. So the shorter that handle can be, the more balanced it will be, and the edge for that goes to these Pepin handles again. Now, with that being said, and the handles being outlined quite a bit at that point, what about these screws that go into these handles? So they're similar. I mean, they function essentially the same, and there are some differences, but the overall construction is similar. With the Pepins, again, this is an old style screw head, because it now has a laser etching in the top instead of this Pepin sticker thing. But I still, even the old version looks much better than this Baadass one with the film like coming off, and it's just, it's a little bit half high-kneed, if we're being honest. Now, with that being said, this screw for the Pepin also is nickel plated, and this Baadass one, I don't think it has any kind of a coating on it at all. And you can see it's pretty rusted at this point. So that lends itself to it being probably just raw steel, if I had to guess. So one thing Pepin did tell me in anticipation of this video is they now do have like a rubber washer adhesive on the inside of this screw to stick to them better. So with that being said, guys, that is just how they look, how they, I guess, stack up in the fit and finish department. I'm gonna get some uses for these after my powerlifting competition is done in about a month, and then I'll come back to you guys with the field testing review, letting you know how they handled different exercises and which one is superior in that aspect as well. So I hope this was enlightening, and stay tuned for that second part. If you have any other questions about the fit and finish, drop it down in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one.